Here at Skit Godz, it's your man, the Marcus Harvey, and I'm with
your girl T Sanders, and this is Skit Godz.
Wait, is that C?
No,
I be messing up.
Skit Godz.
Shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're here at Skit Godz, where we talk to those who are gods of the skits. That's why this
that's not. No,
that's not what it is.
This is what we have our most viral, dopest content creators come and get a part of the Skit Godz world. We give them their flowers. We get to know them from the ins and outs, and we make sure y'all know them too.
I think I said that, but nonetheless, I just truncated it. But nonetheless, we have a treat for you guys. You asked for it. He's here. Mr. Bankshot.
Mr. Bankshot.
Mr. Bankshot.
Hold on, how the
Nick the Quick.
Yeah.
Nick the Quick Bankshots in there, bit, bro.
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here.
Man, thank you for coming.
And I do agree. I feel like, the Skit Godz, the way you said it was, it
horrible.
I thought it.
Nah, it was.
Tell him.
It got right to the point. You just kind of elaborated on it. I mean,
I just had to put a little feminine, masculine touch on it.
Feminine, masculine. I like that.
So tell us about you, Mr. Bankshot.
I like that.
Yeah, feminine, masculine. It's called the for masculine.
Okay, for masculine.
Masculine.
Okay, that's another term.
Yeah.
Here at Skit Godz. Go ahead, see what you got.
Tell us about it, man. How did you start doing skits? Because we're going to get from the beginning to where you are right now, but how did you become Mr. Bankshot?
How did I become Mr. Bankshot? That's a very good question. I started out in high school making they had the home what's that called, homeroom, and they used to play videos and announcements on the little TV, and I was in a broadcasting class, so I started making little funny videos for them to play back then. This is 2005, 6.
So you're already on the editing tip.
I'm already on the editing tip, you know what I mean? I forgot what the software was, but I didn't really become Mr. Bankshot until 2013. That's when I started uploading skits, and I was just doing it on I just thought it was funny, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to get no recognition or build no name off of it, but it just started snowballing into, where we're at today. T-Boz from TLC was the first big time person to post one of my videos on her platform.
She's like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah.
Hey, how did you feel when that happened?
Oh.
Your first major person that shared your
I know, because T-Boz, listen, I'm thick.
That's T-Boz.
I
remember that red light. I remember they in that silk, boy.
That's T-Boz. It was, I guess, a surreal feeling.
Did you try to jump in the DMs after that?
Nah, I think I did maybe just say thank you so much for posting it. I really appreciate it. But I ain't getting no response back, what I mean? So it was just
I don't even know you, nigga.
She's like, maybe
I had no idea. I had
Keep
no
it
idea. She was just funny. That was it.
Leave it be.
Get out my DMs, nigga. So yeah, no, that was the first one, and that was dope.
How'd you see what was the effect of a T-Boz shout out back then? What happened after that?
And this you said 05?
No, this is 2013, 14.
2013.
At this point. This is back when you had to download a repost app, and that whenever you used to do that, your name was in the bottom corner of the video, so it wasn't where she actually tagged my name, but you could see that it came from my page. You could see that it's me. I was doing my Pastor Flavor character. I don't know if y'all hit.
No, that's we gonna tap into Pastor Flavor.
That, yeah. So it was that video, and it just made me want to keep going. And then at that point, I'm like, maybe if I do other artists' content, songs, they'll repost it. And that's kind of where that whole realm came from.
It's actually really genius.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate that.
Make them want to have to post. I have to share this.
Only when it's good stuff, though.
For sure.
Yeah, there can't be no trash. And you never produce any trash.
No, but I mean, even if, let's say something crazy happened to somebody in the entertainment world, I'm gonna make a video about it. Yeah. You might not like it, but it's still funny to the masses, you know what I mean? But
do you find any type of scrummages now that you kind of have made it in a sense to being way more popular, it actually having an impact when you post something? Do you kind of find yourself maneuvering a little different now?
Now, as of today, yes.
Word. Okay.
Maybe 2 years ago, no. R. Kelly got me blocked right now.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So
that's why you ain't said nothing about Genuine.
Did he block you prior to he went?
Oh yeah, he blocked this. He blocked me
oh, he was already in the game.
16, 17.
He saw it from a distance.
Yeah.
I'm about to go through some things.
Yeah.
And I know somebody got to get blocked. And
Bruh.
this is one of those people.
He got me about it
got you,
ASAP, early.
He got you.
Hey, but that's recognition though. I ain't
No,
gonna
that's
hold you.
dope. I'm like, oh, that's dope.
Right,
blocking
like,
the
why can't he
run-
block me?
Yeah.
Like, that
Like-
mean I'm doing something.
No, that's facts.
So where did you get into like music? Because combining the two, you know what I mean? Like you were funny.
Yeah.
But were you into music before you were funny, or how did that
Yeah,
work?
I was more so into music before I was funny. I used to do like parodies with my brother, like as like a kid, just on some we just saying it out loud. But music has always been like a passion of mine. But I think I found my lane like once I actually like moved. Right before I moved to Atlanta, I had did at the time my first viral video was to DJ Casper's, the Casper slide. It was called the Steal Your Man slide. It was a tutorial for women on how to steal other.
I absolutely
You know what I
remember
mean?
that.
So that jump went viral crazy. Ricky Smiley Morning Show, Shade Room Ball Alert. That was like my first time really like going through like that. Followers going crazy. I remember I was with somebody at the time, I'm like, yo, I think this is one. Like this is like, before I even started doing it, I'm like, I think this is gonna be one of them. So that jump was crazy. So at that point, I'm like, I just wanna do nothing but parodies from now on. That's all I wanna do, because that's a lane that don't nobody really be tapped into.
Facts.
And I'm just good at it. So.
What were you doing before that? Like you were doing parodies, blah, 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 whatever.
And then I was doing like the typical, I don't even like to say this, but like dressing up as putting a wig on, trying to imitate a woman, you know what I mean? Just because I didn't have nobody who wanted to be in the videos at the time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I'm trying to
So
do
you
it
were
on
Shakespeare on it.
Shakespeare.
See, that's what.
I like that though. I like that
Shakespeare.
because it's not, I think with black men, especially when anytime you put on a wig, you're automatically signed off as you are selling out
Right.
or you are a bad like influence, on the younger, when ultimately you are an actor in
Just
this
acting.
space. You are, you know what I mean, just showcasing different parts
Right.
that you're, so I don't, it's a really shaky
It's a
lane
very
for y'all.
thin line. Because it's like, you know how you want stuff to be done.
Yeah.
So like, let me just go ahead and do it, and I can play both roles, this, that, and the third. But I forgot who it was, but I started seeing like some of the backlash, like, you representing black women like this. I'm like, oh, dang, I didn't even think about it like that. Like, let me scale back. Like, let me get some people to get in the videos and do it that way. So,
Only because I think, as speaking as a black woman, it's
Who
always,
else were you gonna speak as?
I don't know, man. Sometimes
No, but-
people don't even take into
You're right,
consideration
yeah.
that I got titties. It's crazy.
No, we can see.
I know you can see it, but it's just like these clothes, like
Yeah,
normal
they-
lady.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tell us about it.
But it's always ratchet.
right.
It's never a poised or, strong. It's
Right.
always,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I think, it's always a,
Here.
Okay.
Right, yeah. That's patting the weed.
I know that.
yeah, so, you know what I mean? As long as it's in a positive light, I think people wouldn't really care.
Right.
But I think that's a really good transition because we have a segment here on Skit Godz called Going Viral, right? And so this is where we showcase your most viral skit for the people that's been living under a rock that don't know Mr. Bankshot. Tell us about your most viral to date.
I'll give y'all the backstory a little bit of
Okay.
how it
Yeah,
happened.
the
So
backstory.
I got a sister, man. My sister was married to somebody who we felt was on the down low, in the
Okay.
down low
But
community.
he said, this was the whole family. Did y'all have like a conference about this? Did y'all pull each other to the side?
I knew
Little
he
small
was
tribes.
I knew he was a part of the community when I went to. He used to work at this grocery store back in my city called Apples, and he worked in the meat department. So I'm like, all right, this kind of already
this
looks.
is already where
It's already
Yeah,
a little
all
bit
right,
sus.
bro. Like you already back
No
here.
pun
with the-
intended.
He can't be a good butcher.
Come on,
But
like,
he,
come
okay,
on,
you want to go
like,
by
you
meat.
better just-
Okay, you don't want to be no butcher.
slicing all the meat
Okay.
down. And just even like his his tone and whatnot. I don't got a problem with nobody, you know what I mean? But I just thought it was just hilarious. But I remember she went through his phone one time and she had found some videos of him, doing stuff to himself. And she was like very concerned because she's like, he didn't send that to me. He's sitting there talking about, this is for you, daddy, this, that, and the third. Right. So it brings me to
Only on
the
Skit Godz.
only on Skit. Y'all getting the real.
Real.
I've never
Only
even
on-
told you
Where it
this.
really came
First
from.
heard.
I've never even told the whole details
Yeah.
of how it
First heard
originated.
over here on Skit Godz, baby. How other way could he do it? Go
How
ahead, man.
other
Go
way?
ahead.
So I do a lot of like sitting in the crib and just play music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just put on Pandora or whatever and just let playlists play through. And Bill Withers, A Lovely Day, just so happened to come on.
Heard that horn.
That nigga gay. I'm like, oh, that's funny. So that's how I usually do. I come up with like the chorus.
Yep.
Then I'll go back and just write everything to make it fit what the hook is. So that's where it originated from. I posted it in 2020 on Instagram only, and it was very just mediocre. I was like, all right, wait until 2021, put it on TikTok.
Dumb.
I mean, like,
See, she been telling me about TikTok. She's like, you gotta get on TikTok.
no, yeah, it's crazy over there.
Okay.
It grows so much quicker
Yeah.
than IG and Facebook.
It
It's
just
insane.
instant.
Actually.
Like it's like almost instant. But what happened was mine got flagged. But somebody else took the sound and uploaded it.
Yes.
So it was still circulating and going crazy. So
You could not, and we're gonna play it too. You could not hear it in your sleep.
Anytime somebody did something anywhere, all you heard in your head, it's like no more Lovely Day.
Yeah,
No.
it was.
You know
I
that
can't actually listen to Lovely Day without hearing
You
it.
know how good the day used to be? To where you play Lovely Day. Now you can't even play Lovely Day without hearing that nigga.
Oh my God, because they would have like skits with the man eat the hot dog.
Eat the hot
it was
dog.
you could not do
But
anything.
you know,
Was that you connecting it with the videos now too with it?
I literally had at one point probably like 250 DMs of people just sending me content to post with the song.
Yeah.
Like insane. I'm like,
That's crazy.
If a chick was to go through my DMs, she gonna think like, oh
Yeah, you doing something.
Hey, what's wrong with him?
How many
Like,
backshots, Mr. Bankshot?
Like, Mr. Backshot is crazy.
That was
crazy.
Boom,
That
count
Mr.
of money.
Backshot is
Hey, let's go ahead and
insane.
run this video real quick.
That's crazy, T. Why you do that, man?
It just come out of my
But
mouth.
you know, it's crazy how, like you said, the fans connect to something and they respond to the point to where they're like, yo, I see this all the time. That's a good joke where, you know, they see it now. Now it's in their head all the time and they're going to connect it with, yo, you got to use this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We about to play it real quick.
That nigga gay, nigga gay,
It's the hand movements with though. That's when people can feel it.
Yeah. It's the holding the note.
Yeah, you did that though.
That's funny. Bro, that's funny.
No, I loved it. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
It sounded good at first, but like when you out in public and everybody like, that nigga gay? I'm like, no. I made the
That's
song.
about
I
it.
ain't-
The song.
Yeah.
That was
That-
a creation of what I had did, not a representation
Right.
of who I is. You know what I'm
Not that I have a problem. I feel
Right.
bad for y'all. I
Yeah.
really feel bad because
Yeah.
y'all always have to like caveat
You
with
gotta
that.
say
Like, not
that.
that I'm
Yeah.
against it, you
with
know.
with that being said, like, how is that? Like, you know, dealing with that type of like joke. Has that had any type of backlash for you?
Absolutely.
How did the LGBTQIA plus community?
I mean, they
Tap into
didn't more so have a problem with it. Like, they be in the comments like, I'm gay, but this is funny as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they all knew it was a joke and whatnot. But I remember I reached out to one of the directors of Wildin' Out. Like, hey,
Okay.
are y'all still doing auditions? And it was like, no, auditions is closed. I'm like, all right, thank you. 2 hours later, he was like, besides, it'd be hard to get you on the show. I'm like, what's up? He's like, that nigga gay. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, he's like, it's funny, but it's controversial. It'd be an HR nightmare. Like, you would really need to distance yourself from that before we could even have this conversation.
So, do you feel like it would be? What do you feel like is more beneficial, distancing yourself from a joke like that, or like saying, man, this is my content. This is what I am. Like,
Yeah, this is who
and
I
leaning
am.
in.
Yeah, this is who I am. This is my content. You know what I mean? I'm like,
More opportunities. will
more opportunities will come. And I feel like my style of comedy and sense of humor, there's an audience for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, if y'all ain't with that, I mean, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. Even though y'all got people on the show that be saying some stuff, sometimes it's like, yo, but I mean, that just means I got to do my own thing and just keep, you know.
Were you affected by it? Because I mean, it's Wildin' Out, so you know, this is you reaching out to them and you know, getting kind of pushed back just for being genuinely yourself and being funny. How did that make you feel?
It was like a bittersweet moment because like, dang, I can't be on the show, but it's like, damn, I done made some shit so dope that I can't even be on the show. Like so like just viral that it's like, yeah, we can't even have you on or be a part of this. So it was like, you know, but I've been trying to do a better job of the type of content that I put out. Just because you get flagged, you don't want to lose your platform.
Yeah.
Got to start from scratch and whatnot. So I've been trying to be mindful of how I move and I haven't even been posting as much as I usually do, just because I feel like it don't be as appreciated.
Going to that, like, do you feel like nowadays it's just so much harder to be a content creator?
100%, absolutely. Like, no doubt about it. Like, it's people just get real bold in the comments and just be saying all of this crazy stuff, and like,
comments done got crazy.
they got crazy, and it's like, yo,
They don't flag that though.
They don't flag that. They'll flag your response back though.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that sucks, man. But you got to keep going, because if not, then
How does that make you maneuver now in the content building space as well as on stand-up? Because I know we brought you on because you're a skit guy,
right.
but I know that you had to kind of move towards stand-up. Like, how does that make you move with your content now?
So as far as content now, I only try to make content that people can use as sounds. So like everybody just want to do TikTok dances or use, sounds. So I just make nothing but sounds that I feel like people gon' relate to. And on the stand-up side, you can be.
What's that style like? What's that stand-up style?
My stand-up, so I don't do no parodies on stage, because I like to give people that different experience. Like if you watch me online and all you see is parodies, you're not about to come and see the same thing on stage. You know what I mean? So
That's appreciated though.
no, it definitely is. But some people be like, oh man, I was hoping you was gonna do. I'm like, you can see that online. You know what I mean? But my stand-up style, I'm very nonchalant, dry humor. Like, but it's still funny though. But dry humor on some like Will Ferrell. Like some Dave Chappelle in there. I'm more like a storyteller, you know what I mean? But
So that's kind of crazy. If that's your style, like, and knowing how, like, you in Atlanta, and you started stand up in Atlanta too. So
very, very
Yes.
recent.
no, I started stand up in Atlanta. So my first stand up shows was at like colleges.
Okay.
I did some colleges, and I remember I did my first big college show with it was Darren Brand, it was Chico Bean, and it was Carlos Miller.
Oh, so you did the heavy hitters.
I mean, what? And I was the only social media person on the
How
show.
many minutes they give you?
I think I had to do like 10, like
That's
10,
pretty
15.
solid for that lineup.
Okay, that's 10 too many for you.
Oh.
Man, what? Like on some like just
How many times had you been on stage?
at that point, that might have been like my 7th time.
Oh, you know who I know? I'm just guessing. I bet you Chico was like, yo. So tell me what happened. I'm just saying, I know, if I know anything, Chico don't play that.
Like he was on my
like,
ass, right? Like that's what you mean? Like,
Yeah, like-
oh yeah. He was like, as soon as I got in there, I think I said what up to Carlos. Carlos was real nonchalant. Said what up to Darren. Chico an alpha. I'm an alpha. So it was like, all right, we made that little connection, but we didn't make that connection till after the fact. But he was in there on some like, yeah, you really not gonna get no respect from none of the OGs unless you hit that stage. You gotta hit that stage. That stage is so important. You gotta work out. Like I don't be giving no respect to nobody. I'm like,
Chico OG, man, he don't play
and
that.
I ain't even been on stage yet. I'm
Yeah.
like, shit.
So you already had that
he's
pressure.
giving you this
Man,
pep
what,
talk.
bro?
He hit you with an Isaiah Thomas speech
Yes.
in your first All-Star game.
Like, man, what, bro? It was like
doing too many jump shots.
4,000 students. We had Claflin University. It's like 4,000 students.
Word.
I'm in
And right
there.
before you about to go up.
That's what he hit me with. But then afterwards, it was like, we just chopped it up. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm an alpha. Like, where you cross it? And we had that little, all right, we connected a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? But now, that's my dog now, though. Like,
Yeah, OGs are needed though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying?
facts.
'Cause, back in the day, especially like, in that era of comedy coming up, man, like there was some mean motherfuckers who was opening for us. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, that ain't it. And they let you know, you know what I'm saying?
damn.
They be like, that ain't it.
Yeah.
While you're on stage, nah, dog, that ain't it.
What?
Oh, yeah.
It used to be
Oh, that's
crazy
funny.
out here.
Especially with women. They don't care.
Yeah, so it's,
It ain't
I mean,
hard.
it's dope though.
I'd rather you look into something else. I ain't never heard it, but I've seen it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
No, big shout out to Ronnie Jordan, man. He kind of the one that like took me under his wing.
That's the OG.
Oh, we know.
That's the
We
OG.
love Ronnie over here,
Ronnie,
baby.
Ronnie is probably one of the most heralded
Yes.
comedian
Yes.
in our good city.
Yes.
If anybody represents Atlanta, it would be Ronnie Jordan.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
shout out to Ronnie Jordan,
Big shout out to Ronnie.
the OG too. But tell me about Ronnie Jordan. Like, how did he help you in the game coming in?
So, everybody hated the social media people at first. Like,
Yeah.
these ain't real comedians. These ain't real comics. Whoop-de-woo. Ronnie was like, hey, I see y'all got some motion. Hey, man, if you teach me how to do the content stuff, I'll teach you the game on stand-up. I'm like, all right.
That's
So
the sauce right there.
he invited me to he had like 5 shows 1 week, but it was all at like non-comedy clubs, just spots that was just having comedy shows. And I'm in there like, I don't even know how this is gonna hit. Like, this ain't even the vibe for the, but he was in there just getting them. I'm like, oh, okay, you really teaching me something. But then we would shoot. That's how I met Tyler through him, you know, Remo. I feel like our connection is Ronnie transcended. So it was just dope just to be able to work with him. And then I didn't know who Ronnie was until I went and did like some research. Like, I knew that Ronnie joke. I'm like, I remember seeing this joke when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Like, kid, yeah.
Man, this him?
Ronnie Jordan, that guy.
I'm like, dang, he was in a couple of music videos I done seen before, like all that stuff. So it was just like another one of them surreal moments. Like, dang, bro, like I really know of you. You have no idea really who I am, but like.
What was one of the best tips he gave you for your stand-up? Or the best things that you observed from his stand-up that you kind of apply to your set?
It should be sounding so cliche, but the best tip was like, yo, you have to get up on stage. Like, and I know that just sounds so cliche, but it's like, get up on stage and talk about your own personal stuff. Like, that's where you're gonna find the most like passionate, funny stuff that you can relate to. Don't be trying to make up shit from stuff you done seen. And him more so, like, don't get like so like I guess down on yourself, because like every club I went to go check him out, the first 3 or 4 comics wasn't like hitting. You know what I mean? The crowd's not paying attention, but he was able to get up on stage and just win everybody over, whether he's talking about himself or just get to roast somebody in the crowd or whatever. Like he just was. Yeah.
So with him giving you that type of information, because, you know, of course, your life has not been like the best roller coaster.
Right.
I mean, from childbirth,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
And so how are you able to bring your personal life? Are there things that you can't laugh about? Or can you?
Nah, I laugh. Man, everything is a joke, man. Like everything.
So
is a joke.
you one of us. It's one of those things.
Yeah,
like you
like,
can make a
nah.
joke out of everything. Now, is it appropriate? No,
Absolutely
not all the time.
Absolutely
but
not. But
you
if
can find a humor. in a
Yeah,
lot.
especially if you close with me. If you're one of my close friends, like my mom has passed away. You know what I
Right.
mean? My dad had murdered and whatnot. But even I got friends who make like mom jokes. I know, I appreciate it, bro. But I got people that make like mom jokes. You know what I mean? I don't take no offense to it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're not saying it as if she is like deceased. You're just saying it off the strength of like if you had a mom type shit. You know what I mean? So I don't take no offense to nothing unless I don't know you and you say some like crazy disrespectful shit. You know what I mean?
So how were you able to, you know, are you open to talking about your mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you want to explain just kind of how?
Yeah, so her and my father was going through a divorce. And I was like 7 years old at the time. He had came over late at night. My sister and my mom was like sitting on the bed. I was sleeping on the couch. And he knocked on the door. I remember my sister was like, don't open the door, you know what I mean? But she was like, I don't care, whoop-de-whoop. He had already called her earlier that day, like threatening her, saying, I'm gonna kill you and the person you fucking with. He came over there, stabbed her to death 13 times.
In front of you guys?
In front of my sister. My sister seen the whole thing. She was 13 at the time. She went to go try to call 911. He cut the phone cord. She had like ran into the living room. That's like what woke me up. But then he had left. But we had like a cordless phone, so they called 911. I just seen her laying there, like her head. I didn't get to see like her whole body and whatnot. But they took us down to the police station. And then we went to my grandma's house. And then that next morning, my grandma was like, she ain't make it. So, and he was gonna try to go to like take it to trial. But he didn't want to put us through the whole trial shit, so he just, you know what I mean? So they gave him a life, 20 years parole. I went and visited him in 2015.
Was that the first time since?
That was my first time, you know what I mean, going to see him or talk to him. It was cool. It's kind of just like, I don't really know you, but I know you my pops, and I'm your only son. So it was like, but then it's like you get a little older, and I guess, like, I'm not justifying shit at all, but it's like, sometimes I guess, you get in your feelings and you feel some type of way, you get rage or whatever the case was. But I've been to therapy and we've been like, we speak on the phone. That nigga last called me the Saturday before Mother's Day and I ain't heard from this nigga since. So it's like,
It's Mother's Day? So do he know who Mr. Bankshot is?
He has no idea,
Because,
really. Like, he can't, you know
right,
what I mean?
that-
Like, he really can't. Like, I remember I took a business card I had at the time. It had, like, all my characters on there, and I gave him one. And he was just like, are you doing comedy? Like, like, yeah, you ain't got no job or nothing? I'm like, Motherfucker, this is my job.
This is my
Nigga,
job.
You
You know
have
who
no
I am?
idea what's
I
going
got
on
a car.
out here. Nigga, like, you have no
You ain't
idea.
got no job.
Right,
Here's
nigga,
my
you
card.
the one who's
You ain't got no
motherfucker.
job.
Like, right.
I got a job.
I got
Right.
5 of them actually.
you know what I mean?
I'm a
Right.
pastor. I'm a,
Like,
Yeah, man.
so, but like we're talking on the phone now sometimes, and like it's just I just want to know more so like who I am, because I really don't know my dad's side of the family like that. They're from North Carolina. I grew up with my mom's family, so like when I was in therapy, they was like, "All right, tell us about like your dad's mom." I'm like, shit, I don't know, you know what I mean? So I started talking to him just to get that clarity of like, who I am. Do me and you got any similarities? How did y'all meet? You know what I mean? What was the dynamics of your relationship?
because essentially you don't really know your mom much either.
You know what I mean? At all. Like, and I be saying that sometimes. Like, I never got a text message from her. Never got a phone call from her. Like, never. Like, my last memory of my mom is getting a whooping because I had to go home early one day, and she's like, "We got some food in the refrigerator. You know what I mean? Just eat that." But I wanted to cook a burger on the stove. 7 years old, cooking a burger. Got my ass toe up when she got home.
I burnt that house down.
Man, no, I didn't even burn it out. It was good, but like I thought I had cleaned up everything. She was like, "Nicholas, is this hamburger grease in this skillet?" I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even think about that." Like,
You didn't think about
I cleaned up the counters.
evidence.
I washed the dishes.
Damn.
Sprayed the
Damn,
I don't even think I
Febreze.
knew how to wash dishes at that age
That wasn't even on your mind.
at all. I'm like, if I just eat it and get it out the way, she ain't gonna know. Nah.
Because she did say you ain't got no McDonald's money.
Right.
And so that's why you did the burger in the first place.
Wanted me a burger.
You know what I'm saying? But damn, man. I mean, how have you used that into, like you talked about using your personal life in your stand-up? Like, have you kind of touched on that stuff?
I haven't touched on that more
That's
so.
more like some years.
Yeah, cause I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, I'm still trying to figure out exactly which direction I want to take that in and how to present that. Cause even if you come out on stage like, yeah, you know, my mom's dead,
That's a
crowd can be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, so
Absolutely.
we gotta find the right way to present that. But I feel like soon I'm gonna be able to tap into that bag and just add that element, or just, you know, even like transition being raised by your grandparents. You know what I mean? Or however you want to go about doing it. You know what I mean? So
Because I was like, why not bring it into the skit world?
you definitely could. I did a couple grandma skits, and my grandma, she had raised 4 kids already. So when she came and raised, because it was 4 of us, but only 2 of us had the same mom and dad. So when she raised us, she was still raising us from that damn 1970s.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
turn the lights off when it's thundering and lightning outside.
yeah, you can't use the phone. You can't get in the shower when it's thundering and lightning. You know what I mean? Like, you graduated high school, you gotta be home by 10 p.m. Like, that type of shit. You can't stay the night at
She was
nobody's
real
house.
strict.
What? Bro, I remember I asked her one time, I had a best friend that stayed like 2 houses down. I'm like, "Hey, is it okay if I go stay the night at Anthony's house?" She's like, "You cannot go over there." I'm like, "He lives 2 doors down." She's like, "I don't give a damn if he lived here. You still can't go over there." I said, "I can't go home? Like, what the fuck?"
That is so funny.
You go up to your room. Man, she said I can't stay here.
I'm like, "You don't care if he lived here?"
Damn.
Is she
Yeah.
still with us,
Okay,
Grandma?
you know,
Yeah, she's still with us. She's still with us.
Okay.
Yep, I talked
That
to
is
her.
hilarious. So
She know Mr. Bankshot?
Man, she do, but
you know,
she do. She know I be on there like doing some wild stuff. You know what I mean? She's very like aware, but
she the funniest person in the family?
uh,
Who is the funniest person in the family?
damn, it's probably my aunt, my mom's sister. Me and her got the same birthday, so that actually makes a lot of sense. If it ain't her, then it's probably my cousin. His name is Adrian. Funny than a motherfucker. Like, he's just stupid funny. But I feel like I'm the chosen one out of the family because like I got 3 siblings. They all got kids. I ain't got no kids. You feel me? I'm the
Okay,
only
Mr.
one that's like,
Bankshot.
hey, you feel me? You know what I mean? I ain't never paid for no abortion. You know what I mean?
We gonna call him Mr. Blankshots.
Hey,
Okay?
Mr. Blankshots.
I'm so
Hey.
good at It's 2.
Hey, that's 2.
Two.
That's 2. You creative with the words, man.
That's it. Gemini squad.
You are.
Yeah.
No, that's not just Gemini.
I said what I said.
That's
But
like,
no kids.
I was doing a podcast the other day, and they was like, yo, you be cooking, huh? I'm like, yeah, I be cooking, you know what I mean? They was like, how you learn how to cook? I'm like, I just took a recipe from each one of my exes, and then when you get the new chick, you wow them over because you know how to cook A, B, C, D. They was like, oh, that's dope. You make a cookbook. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call it Exapes.
I see what you did.
Come on now.
man.
Come on
I
now.
like that. You,
gonna-
should bring the X
I s-
on to
explain,
to
yeah.
explain and be like, I really don't like your ass. So it
But
can have that dynamic like
I definitely do that.
that'd be dope.
No, that would be
I try
dope.
to bring everybody as close into my world as possible.
Yeah.
So you can't bring up no old stuff.
They all added to your life, you know what I'm saying?
So speaking of exes, you used to do your skits with your ex-wife, was it?
Correct.
Yeah. So how'd y'all even come about into doing skits with each other?
That was like around the time where I was like doing the skits myself, where I'm portraying both the guy and the girl. But when I was seeing some of the backlash, I'm like, yo, like, would you be down to, you know what I mean, hop in some? And then it was just like, she was already funny. Like the dynamics was already there. So it was like, all right, cool. Like,
But she wasn't doing skits. She was
She
just,
wasn't doing skits. But it was like, let's just try it out and see. And then I think she started to get a love for it once she started seeing like, you know, stuff going viral and people look. There was a time where like people used to really like just show love, like just sending hella merch and pull up. We got, you know, section for you. You want to pay to come out, whoop-de-whoop, wop-de-wop. So it was just love. It was always love. But then I told myself like going forward, because then it was another chick I dated after that, and we was doing skits too. But I was like, going forward, I don't think I'm gonna do skits with nobody that I'm like involved with.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes if y'all break up, you upload a video by yourself. Hey, what happened to so-and-so? Where's so-and-so? Hey, nigga, pay attention to the content. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I want
You
y'all
worry
to
about the
focus on.
wrong
You worry about the wrong
stuff,
stuff, bro. I want you to,
Nigga, over here.
yeah,
over here,
laugh.
nigga,
I
over
want you
here.
to laugh, you know, so.
And so how is that navigating, especially when you break up? Because I know, you know, I've been a fan for a while, right? I've just watched you. And there was just a lot of controversy at one point in regards to y'all. Like, how did you overcome that, right? Like, were you able, because there was a lot of space where, you know, I don't think you spoke up much back
No,
then.
I didn't. Some of that was just on some legal advice. You know what I mean? Some of that was just on some like, hey, in this culture, you're not really gonna be able to even deal with all that. And the other part was like, if you know your side, you know your truth, you put your head down and just, you know, just thug through it. But I mean, that definitely that had an effect on. That had effect on a lot of shit that I had going on, like a lot. You know,
Like mental health,
mental
finances.
health, finances more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the mental. It was more so the finances that had me messed
Fuck
up.
the
I'm like,
mental.
bro, hey,
Oh yeah.
that finance will mess up your mental. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
because
so,
at one point they, you know, I hate to say it, but you was part of like the cancel culture. They was trying to.
yeah, they was trying to get me up out of here. You
And
know
even
what I
it
mean?
was coming like, you a alpha, correct? You know what I mean? It was even coming from like
them, which was weird
the
to me
Greek
because I'm
side.
like,
How
yo,
was that?
they not even. She wasn't even Greek, so it was just like, how y'all so quick to just, I don't want to say flip, because you know what I mean? Like, if that was the case, all right, cool. But we done went to court, we done did all this stuff, and there was just nothing there. So I'm just like, why was y'all so quick to just come out and just say that after? And I don't want to say I put the Greek community on, but there wasn't really nobody outside of this dude named Duck, shout out to Duck, that was doing a lot of Greek content. Yeah, Indescribable, she was doing some Greek content too, but even then, like,
Big up to Indescribable.
big shout out to Indescribable. But even then, every 9 videos out the year, I'm doing a video for each of the NPHC organizations. So nobody else was doing that. And every year, everybody was like, they was waiting. Oh, I can't wait for Mr. Bankshot to drop. I can't wait. For about a good 4 years, I'm doing that for y'all. And, you know, I'm getting booked and stuff. And then the one instance, you know, something is said, y'all just was like so quick to turn y'all back. And not everybody, but majority of the people was. I think the thing that kind of, she had said something, but my name was never mentioned. That's what it was. But then somebody went ahead and took it and put my name in there. And it was just like, yo, so when we even went to court, it was like, yo, this is what she said. This is what's going on. And it was like I never used his name. I never said anything about him. That was like the play that it was. So it was like, well, technically she didn't. So we can't really do nothing about the fact that, you know what I mean? Because it was like, I had to pay her money just off the alimony, not even alimony. When you get divorced, the debt that y'all had accumulated. So I missed the payment, but I missed the payment because gigs started slowing up based on something that you had said. So when we get to court, I'm like, yo, this is my stance on it. They asked her, she was like, no, I never said that, never nothing. So it was like, all right, well, you know, where we go from there. But I
You
mean,
good now, bro.
you know, man, shit, you'd be surprised, bro. It's still a little, you know what I mean?
I mean, something like that tags you.
Oh yeah, that's
You
what I'm
know
saying.
what I
Absolutely.
How are you overcoming it?
I mean, what can you do? You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? Just keep doing what you do. I mean, there's really nothing else that you can do besides just keep doing what you do. And like I said, I know that sounds cliche, but it's like,
I mean, it's real.
you know, it's real, you know what I mean? And just, you know, just stay away from certain situations when you notice red flags. And I feel like this is the problem with a lot of us, and this is not even in regards to that situation. I feel like with men, and maybe some women, we'll stick in a situation a little longer than what we supposed to. Or we'll feel like we'll see something and be like, oh, that's not really that big of a deal. That's not really
Absolutely.
I'm like tough through it. I can fix that. And it's like, no, sometimes you gotta just get the fuck on and just not even deal with that. So
Go your own way.
My best friend said I let red flags vogue in front of me.
that's how I be.
I know I be staying.
That's how I be.
Like, oh no, you can shoot me. It's all right.
It'd be fun for the first like 90 days, and it's like,
Sits in you. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, shoot, now that you, and like you said, it may be lingering, but I mean, for you still are creative.
right.
So what are some of the things that you're creating now? Like, what are you kind of like pushing towards in the future?
So I'm doing an adult spelling bee that I'm working on.
Oh, that's lit.
It's
Listen,
lit.
If I got in that thing, I'm losing.
No, it ain't no hard words though. It's like
Man.
words that people should know how to spell, but they be struggling.
My
like,
text messages be sounding like,
oh yeah, you one of them?
I ain't gonna hold you. Museum be tearing my ass up. I don't know why it's the E before the U. I don't know why it stresses me out, but
I definitely, there's a lot of words.
Yeah, like maintenance. Maintenance is
Maintenance,
all
oh
for me.
man.
oh yeah, or inconvenience. For
Oh, yeah,
some reason,
inconvenience
that
is
bad
crazy.
boy be-
Concierge.
got-
Concierge.
Concierge.
That's a
Q,
mother-
No, it's
Q,
a-
I'll slap the shit out
That's
that
it.
Q.
It's
No.
a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
it's a lot
I
of
don't
words.
want no, I don't want the community of the Qs to come in. I'm talking about the little Q.
No, you good.
Depending on how cute they are, they can come. I'm just joking. I'm gay,
Hey,
kind of.
yeah,
Not gay. Just
you
gay.
working on it.
Yeah, I'm not 3 gays.
You're not 3 guys, just 2?
Oh, just 2 gays.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
two. Okay.
GG.
Like I might not do it, but I'll think about it.
Oh, okay.
You think you think you ever come back?
I'm hoping so. I'm tired.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard that response.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. I hope
That's
so.
a very.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope that little
Try to come like George.
gay gene pop out.
Oh, okay. Try to come off the bench
Before
like
you know
George.
it. Oh, so anywho, over here at Skit Godz, right?
Okay, there we go.
We're really big on, giving you guys flowers and, showing you that we love you here.
Okay.
But you got to earn your respect here at
got to
Comedy
earn it,
Hype.
bro.
Oh,
And Skit
man,
Godz,
I gotta play the
right?
You
game.
gotta play the
No,
game.
I mean, you've been funny for so
You've been
long.
in the industry, so you know you gotta play the game, baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
so
Play the game.
Yeah.
it's got this segment called Respect Your Hype, all right? So
Okay.
here at Comedy Hype, we got our trivia game, all right? All
Yeah, check
comedy
it out.
trivia questions. We're gonna ask you 3, all right? 3
Damn.
questions. It's gonna be from everything comedy,
Mm-hmm.
all right? So you do your best.
Man, them questions is hard.
Don't even worry about
Hey,
it.
man.
Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna do the
You're a
first one.
comedian though.
I'm gonna do the first
Man.
one.
Okay, you chopped in up like you
Yeah.
play spades.
Right.
Bad spades, but
Nah, my hands are small.
it's all good.
Do you know how to play spades?
That's
or
why
no?
I'm gay. Okay, so anyway,
You know, you don't want to answer that.
No, we would love you.
Spades.
Small
spades,
hands make it
that
look.
was really good.
That's what it was.
It's really good.
She's with it.
Shout out to my ex-boyfriends. All
It's
right,
good.
so you ready? Are you ready?
Get them right.
Yeah,
get 'em
I'm
right.
ready. I'm ready.
All right. The sitcom character was the mother. This sitcom character was the mother of 5 children, and she was a lawyer. What was her name?
This sitcom character was the mother of 5 children and also a lawyer. Oh,
Come on,
what's the name? Ain't this
come on.
Very easy.
this ain't what's the, I don't know the name on the show.
Yeah, you don't know the name of the show.
said-
I know the name of the show. I don't
What's
know.
the name of the show?
Man, I thought I knew.
Okay, all right,
I
that's
said
really
it
bad.
ain't the
So you
comedy
don't know.
show.
Oh man.
It ain't the-
Should I give him 3?
You two.
Hey, that ain't the
Wait,
ain't
what happened?
Oh man. Okay.
All right, Claire Huxley.
I just said comedy show. I said it.
He did say. He didn't say Cosby Show.
You said a lot.
You'll hear it.
You said a lot,
No,
but you said a lot of
the comedy
nothing.
show. I said the
Okay, you
comedy.
whispered it. Okay, gotcha.
No, he was. It wasn't.
Okay.
He was like, wait a one mouth.
Dang.
How would that have gone though if it was the spelling bee? Yeah, you would have got it.
I would have lost. I would have to take a shot. You gotta take a shot.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Here
now
we go.
I'm down with that. Go
Here we
ahead.
go. We're gonna get you one more, bro. You can redeem yourself.
All right,
Everybody knew that. That's,
They gonna hear it on the.
canceled
They
show.
gonna hear it on the interview. That I said the Cosby.
Well,
Show.
no, they're probably not.
All right, here we go. What was the name of the club Martin Lawrence's character worked at in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
Oh wow, that is a very difficult question. Damn. I'm a.
Well, maybe we didn't prepare you well.
No.
We could have sent these questions in earlier.
I've never seen that movie in its entirety.
Acted like you didn't.
In its entirety, you never
Yeah.
seen? Wow.
Then I was in love with Angela Bassett and yeah.
No, that's not Angela Bassett.
That's not.
That's
But
Lynn
you
Whitfield.
said the name. And
Oh
then you said
shit! Oh my
a different
A
god!
thin line between love and hate, not
Oh
what love
my
got to
gosh.
do with
It's
it.
called Chocolate City.
Ryan Davis just did a video about this yesterday. I just seen it.
Oh, we gonna
Maybe,
just,
you know,
we
this
gonna,
is
no,
bad.
shuffle up
Can
the
we take
cards.
this-
No, it's me. It's
Can we
me.
take
It's
this
me.
part of the
It's me.
interview out? Can we
No,
take this?
because you already a skit god. All right, y'all. This the one.
Me and Movies, you get this.
This comedian was originally cast to play Robin in 1995's Batman Return.
This comedian was originally casted to play Robin
I ain't mad at you for that.
in this
I didn't know this one.
1990 in the 1995 Batman.
Batman's Return. Not 96.
Hold on.
It's horrible.
He's in the 95.
It's hard. Like it's.
I don't think you will get this one because I didn't know this either. This is news to me. But this is why we got the trivia game here at Comedy High. Make sure you come purchase it over here only at
Hey,
Comedy
can I
High.
get like a clue?
You know what?
Okay, he has
We're
a
going
brother.
to give you
No, he has
another
a brother.
one.
He has a brother.
He has multiple brothers.
Yeah, but he's one of the brothers. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Joe Torre.
We said multiple
wait,
brothers,
wait,
not.
okay.
He do got multiple brothers.
I would wonder
I know
why
this
you would
guy.
go to the Tories before you go like the Waynes. You know what I'm saying?
It was Marlon Wayans. It was Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayne about to play Robin?
I didn't know that either.
But what, one of the Tories is gonna play Mark? One of the Tories is about to play Robin.
That would make for a good movie though.
It would. I can definitely see God. I can definitely see God.
Calm down, man.
I feel like Joe be knocking them all out. though.
Yeah, Joe
Joe
yeah,
be
he
swinging
too
them all
is.
out. How can they find you and where can they find you,
Yeah.
Mr. Bankshot?
Oh man, I don't even want to tell people to find me
At this point.
You know it's gonna be in your
Man,
comments.
that's what I'm saying, man.
Right.
Right.
Did y'all know the answers? Comment below if you did.
No, Claire Huxtable should have definitely.
Yeah.
I knew it. I just
And I
couldn't think
had
of
a
her name.
sweater on too. You know?
I know. That's why I was like, oh, he's giving the vibe.
I'm giving.
What you got coming up
not
next,
all
my
the
guy?
vibes.
Y'all can find me everywhere at Mr._Bankshot.
Yeah.
Also check me out on the platform Twitch, man. That's the gaming platform. I'll be on there shooting
Are you
up
on
Are you
there?
killing that?
on Call of Duty, man. Nick
Okay.
Bankshotty. On your birthday is what, the 3rd, you said?
It is since I'm.
Well, I'll be in
the third.
Hendersonville, North Carolina on the 3rd doing a comedy show with Burpee.
How does that help my birthday?
I was wondering. I like
That's
how you
crazy.
set it up.
Because you had invited Indescribable, and then you
Yeah.
try to invite me, but I couldn't tell you that I couldn't
That's
come.
crazy.
So
You
now's the
gonna tell
time
me
I'm
on-
telling
while
you
we on
now.
our interview?
Now it's a double drop though.
That's crazy.
You
But it
feel
might
me?
be after.
Yeah, it might be after.
But it's all
this.
good.
That was
You
a
know,
stank shot.
It's all good.
But tell us more about the spelling bee.
Oh, the spelling bee, yeah. So it's it's like beer pong related. You got 10 cups, 5 got liquor in it, 5 don't. So you get a word, you get it wrong, you got to pick a random cup, take a shot.
I'm with it.
If you don't,
We're gonna have to
got
bring
the
it
most
here.
cups, yeah, we're gonna do it here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring it here.
That might be
You gonna do the live version?
a
here?
live version here.
I'm with
Okay,
it.
Comedy Hive. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. As you can see, my sweater is calling for me to do a nice sign off like this. Oftentimes, we as people find ourselves loving things that don't love us. Guys, stay classy. This is Marcus Harvey.
And it's your girl T saying this. Anybody that y'all want to see moving forward, please comment below.
them in the comments.
Tell us your favorite skit from Mr. Bankshot.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming. We
I
appreciate you, Big
I
Papa.
appreciate
Hey,
you.
man.
Y'all make sure y'all tune back in
Y'all
over
know.
here at Skit Godz.
That's my guy.
You left me by
Dog.
myself. Skit Godz.
Without it.
We'll see y'all then, baby. Peace.